So you remember that early 2020 period of game releases that I kept saying was packed with major releases? Well, it's getting a little bit quieter with all of the delays. We heard about Marvel's Avengers being delayed from Square Enix yesterday, and now arguably the biggest game of the first half of 2020 has been delayed as well. Cyberpunk 2077 sees a pretty significant delay, and we're gonna go over all of the news on that. It's not all depression though. Showdown for PlayStation 4 launches in February, and a brand new card-based RPG and adventure game Fusion Black Book has been announced for the PS4, and that's due out sometime in 2020. While that probably won't ease the hit of Cyberpunk's delay, it is still something to go over, and we'll cover that in a little bit. Alright, first up, everybody's been looking forward to Cyberpunk 2077 since that initial CG trailer going back to, what was it, 2011, 2012? It's been a very long time, and you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. CD Projekt Red has delayed Cyberpunk 2077 from its previously planned April 16th release date to September 17th. It will be available for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. A Stadia version is also planned for release. Here is a message from CD Projekt Red co-founder Marcin Iwinski and head of studio Adam Badowski. He noted, "We have important news regarding Cyberpunk 2077's release date we'd like to share with you today. Cyberpunk 2077 won't make the April release window, and we're moving the launch date to September 17, 2020. We are currently at a stage where the game is complete and playable, but there's still work to be done. Night City is massive, full of stories, content, and places to visit, but due to the sheer scale and complexity of it all, we need more time to finish playtesting, fixing, and polishing. We want Cyberpunk 2077 to be our crowning achievement for this generation, and postponing launch will give us the precious months we need to make the game perfect." That's a pretty interesting statement that I think is going to be glossed over a little bit. He noted that he wants Cyberpunk 2077 to be the crowning achievement for this generation, meaning he wants it to be an even better game than The Witcher 3, which is a pretty significant feat. And if they're already at the point of, being able to play through the game, there are just a couple of issues here and there, that's pretty significant, as it seems like they're already relatively confident that this game is going to be better than Witcher 3. They just need a couple more months to fine-tune everything. He concluded by saying, "Expect more regular updates on progress as we get closer to the new release date. We're really looking forward to seeing you in Night City. Thank you for your ongoing support." Co-founder Marcin Iwinski and head of studio Adam Badowski. So this is going to be incredibly disappointing to a lot of people. I imagine that for a lot of you guys, this was either your most anticipated game of 2020 or your second most, right behind The Last of Us Part 2. I think with those two games, it was really 1A, 1B. Some people maybe had that attachment towards The Last of Us where they would say, hey, that's my most anticipated game. Other people had that attachment to CD Projekt Red and they would say Cyberpunk 2077 is their most anticipated game. And of course, there are some wild cards. Final Fantasy VII Remake could definitely be thrown in that pool as well. But all the major games seemingly seeing delays. I mean, let's look at it. Early 2020, Final Fantasy VII Remake, that saw a delay. It'll still be out in the first half. The Last of Us Part 2, that was supposed to be out in February. That saw a delay. Marvel's Avengers, that was supposed to be out in May. That saw a delay. And now Cyberpunk 2077, that's seeing a delay until September 17th. Look, I get why games need to be delayed. I get they want to deliver as high quality of a product as possible, but still, it's always a little bit of a nuisance to me. Don't get people excited by saying this game is going to come out on X date. It annoyed me more than anything, and a lot of you guys came at me for saying it because it's The Last of Us and it's such a huge game and everybody knows it's going to be fantastic. But when Naughty Dog held an event, a state of play event, to announce the release date for the game, and they made a big deal about it, and then they ended up delaying the game just a month later by 3 months, yeah, that is a little bit of an annoyance. When Cyberpunk 2077 was the most anticipated game of E3 2019, and that's where they announced the release date, and that got people excited. You had this big event, this big announcement, and then you end up delaying the game anyway. Sure, it's not going to be a big deal to a lot of people. Sure, we have a billion other games to play, but man, delays are a little bit annoying, especially given the fact that now you're throwing on these games in September, right before the release of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. That does muddy the waters a little bit as well. Is it going to be a big deal? No, Cyberpunk 2077 is still going to sell millions upon millions of copies. It's going to be a massive game release. However, I just wish I could play it on April 16th like it was initially planned. But if CD Projekt Red is confident that they're going to be delivering the best possible product by delaying the game a couple of months, hey, at the end of the day, it's probably for the best. It is a 5-month delay. Sorry if I've been saying 4 months. It's a 5-month delay, April to September. So a relatively significant delay here, but let's hope that the game does turn out well when it comes out. And I'm confident in saying, hey, it's CD Projekt Red. It's probably going to be an amazing game given what they did with The Witcher 3. Alright, moving on from that, Crytek is bringing out one of their biggest games onto PlayStation 4. Hunt Showdown will be dropping on PS4 February 18th. The PlayStation 4 version of the first-person bounty hunting game Hunt Showdown will launch on February 18th. Publisher Koch Media and developer Crytek have announced. Hunt Showdown will be available both physically and digitally for PlayStation 4. Physical edition of the August 2019 released Xbox One version will be available on the same day as the PS4 version. Crytek will continue to add new content to Hunt Showdown over the next year via regular updates. The version 1.2 update will include random teams of 3, an advanced tutorial, new legendary hunters, new equipment and weapons, server-side performance improvements, client CPU performance fixes, and a number of other general bug fixes. Of course, the game has been out on PC for quite a while, and it's been received really well over there. A very positive reception on Steam, 80% positive based on 38,460 user reviews, and even more positive if you do look at the recent reviews, 89% positive based on 2,240 user reviews, which is still a significant pool to work with. 81 on Metacritic. DualShockers gave it an 8.5 out of 10. GameStar gave it an 89%. It's a quality multiplayer game, and it's described as a competitive first-person bounty hunting game that packs the thrill of survival games into a match-based format. Set in Louisiana in 1895, the game boasts a mixture of player versus player and player versus enemy elements that creates a uniquely tense experience. It's not just the creatures who are a threat, it is every hunter on the map. In the two classic game modes, a match of Hunt pits 12 players playing solo or in teams of 2 or teams of 3, each against one another as they race to take out gruesome beasts for a bounty that they must collect and get off of the map, while Hunt's quick play mode offers a shorter match for solo players to scavenge for weapons as they compete for diminishing pools of bounty. The higher the risk, the higher the reward, but a single mistake could cost everything. Hunt is available now on Xbox One and PC through Steam, so you can check it out on those platforms if you want, but as a PlayStation 4 title, I think it's going to be a title a lot of people are excited for. Comes out February 18th, and I do think this would be a fantastic PlayStation Plus offering. I'm always in favor of multiplayer-focused games being offered as PS Plus, because that just allows you and all of your friends to jump in the game together and have the best experience possible. Even if you want to offer this as a PS Plus game when the PS5 is out, I think it would still be a great offering, but obviously, it'll come out on February 18th. Let's let them actually sell a couple copies of the game, and then we can talk about it being a potential PlayStation Plus freebie, but I do think it would be one that a lot of people would enjoy. Alright, lastly, I do want to go over the card-based RPG and adventure game Fusion Black Book that's been announced for PS4, and it's due out sometime in 2020. Publisher Hype Train Digital and developer Mordeshka have announced Black Book, a fusion of card-based RPG and adventure games that follow the story of a young sorceress who gave her life to serve dark forces. It'll launch on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC through Steam in 2020. The game is noted to be a fusion of card-based RPGs and adventure games. Black Book is a haunting tale of a young sorceress who gave her life to serve the dark forces. Dive into the cold yet alluring world of Russian folklores and uncover the secrets that hide in the darkness. A young girl named Vasilisa, destined to become a witch, decides to throw her fate away and marry her beloved, but that dream is shattered when her betrothed dies under mysterious circumstances. Aching for her lost love, she seeks out Black Book, a demonic artifact said to be powerful enough to grant any wish to the one who uncovers all 7 of its seals. Join her in her adventure across Russian countryside as she solves the woes of common folk by confronting demons and performing exorcisms. Key features of the game note: uncover the seals of Black Book, unleash hellish spells on your enemy, collect spell cards and new skills as you progress, a historic adventure, solve riddles and complete side quests to learn more about the cold world of early 19th century Russia, lead a demonic flock, send demons to do your bidding, but be careful, idle demons will torture you if you don't find them something to do, and you've got myths and legends. Explore a world based on northern Russian mythology, learn from an in-game encyclopedia created with the help of expert anthropologists, and find all folktales hidden within the game. Looks to be very good, has a great art style, and it will be due out sometime in 2020. Might be one of those hidden gems that comes out this year, might get lost in the shuffle a little bit, but ultimately I do think it'll turn out to be a pretty decent little title. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, for those of you excited for Cyberpunk 2077, you'll have to wait a little bit longer, as the game will be coming out in September instead of its initial April 16th release date. It'll be coming out September 17th to be exact. On the other hand, Showdown will be dropping next month, February 18th for that. Very excited to get my hands on that on the PlayStation 4. It's been received really well on PC, so it'll be great to have that on PS4. Would love to see it as a Plus game sometime down the line as well. And Black Book, a card-based RPG and adventure game fusion, will be headed to PlayStation 4 and all other major platforms in 2020. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.